What's up? What's up? Welcome to another Sync Hustle Mindset live on YouTube. It's gonna be a good one today. I actually had to take a little time and do some studying of what's going on in the sync world right now because admittedly, everybody was a little bit emotional when we first heard about the writer's strike and talking about streaming and all of that stuff. Let me make sure I look okay. Happy Friday, sir. What's up? How you doing? First one up in here, man. You're very, very punctual, I must say. You know how we do, man. Just waiting for a few people to get in here. Oh, my glasses. Let me put my glasses on so I can see everybody. I'm okay, man. Just hella busy. Um, I haven't been able to actually do any posting on social media like lately, like in the past basically couple weeks, just because of all of the stuff that's going on, with the business and stuff that we're doing. Um, it's sad. I might actually have to take a legitimate step back away from social media other than the lives, just because I can't keep up with all of the editing and stuff that's necessary to have that live, vibrant social media presence. Um, my time is just crazy right now. I literally had to stop doing schedule A's right now. You guys, you just submitted to this the CBS Sports Brief. So we got a lot of music in for that. So we're processing that music at the same time, building a library at the same time, doing this at the same time, doing that. No excuses, but yeah, it's just hard to do everything at once, man. So I think I told you that we're currently about to interview a bunch of interns. And so we have like over 60 resumes now that I'm whittling through. And so, yeah, we're going to have probably five different interns, um, two or three for admin and clerical stuff, and then a couple strictly for social media. Um, so they'll be able to help me out quite a bit. But until then, man, it's just like, you know what it is. So I'm not really expecting anyone to pop on here because I haven't been able to promote this week. And actually, I'm not able to stay on here a long time today because I got a dentist appointment today in a couple hours. So yeah, the interns will help tremendously. I tell you what I will do though. I'll give it like 10 minutes. And if we don't have like a few people in here, then I'm gonna go ahead and record a video about today's topic. And that's the current state of sync licensing. Um, a lot of people, myself included, I was a little bit intimidated when the writer strike happened and the issues were brought up that the writers were, complaining about, streaming revenue and AI, both things that, you and I should be concerned about. But the thing is that um, even during the writer strike, sync hasn't gone anywhere. A certain segment of sync has gone down. So scripted television has gone down, but reality television, semi-scripted or non-scripted television is still, bopping along. Sports never stops. Um, Advertising never stops. Corporate never stops. And for some reason, even though the scripted television is down, music supervisors are still taking in music. So sync hasn't stopped. You know, those of us that are in the game, we've had to divert a little bit. We had to adjust a little bit, but that's the game. That's with anything. You have to adjust as things change. Nothing ever stays the same. But what I don't want is people to be discouraged about the fact that there's a writer's strike, about the fact that, streaming revenue, blah, 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 blah. Um, because the fact is that networks are still there. Yeah, there's a bunch of streaming networks, streaming companies, and it is what it is. But CBS is still there, ABC is still there, Fox is still there, NBC is still there. And then all of the cable networks are still there, MTV, VH1, Bravo, all of these places still pay good background royalties. They still pay good residuals depending on what time of day you or evening that your music gets placed. So you could kind of look at it like the streaming platforms are just additional ways to bolster your resume with more placements. And don't get it twisted. A lot of these streaming platforms do pay sync money up front. It's not just, the killer back end money. And if it was me, if I were you guys, I would even use this as somewhat of a negotiating tool, once you get in bed with them, because they know that there's no residual income with streaming. And so that should give us a little bit of leverage on the front end to be able to negotiate, a nice fee if possible. So Segura says, I contacted a library I work with, and they're not worried at all due to unscripted television. There's some there's some of a hit, but things are still popping off. Oh yeah, exactly. The unscripted television, the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and stuff like that, where it's real and it's drama based. Uh, they keep on bopping along, man. Things are going. So we're gonna get off of that strike thing. Yeah, it would be cool, and it will be cool if we can unite. Get something like a SAG after going on. But the thing is that I'm not even seeing that with SAG after. I'm not even seeing SAG after being able to change the royalty rates as far as streaming is concerned. Did you guys see that that the that Hollywood came back with um they wanted to basically come back and say, well, we want to give you a little bit of money, and we will let you know when AI is being used, but that's about it. That's all they came back with. They didn't really say anything about the streaming royalties. They didn't say anything about not using AI. Their thing was just basically letting the writers know that we could be using AI and that kind of thing. And so, like, I don't know, man. I don't think, not being negative, but I don't really see how, unless it's like through Congress or something, that streaming is going to pay more money, because it goes deeper than the TV film. It's the Spotify's and that kind of thing, right? And it's been out for a long time now, and it's been paying what it's been paying, and the structure's up. And so I don't know, not trying to be negative, but I don't know if there's anything that we can do about that. But like I said before, um, everything else is still doing what it's doing, man. Like all of the networks are still doing what they're doing. Scripted is going to come back. Right now, we're relying on unscripted. Smash Coast, we have a sports catalog that we um, just started a few months back, and it's popping, man. As you know, we're in house to CBS Sports. We're in house music providers for CBS Sports, and so nothing has stopped at all in the sports world. Like we're still getting briefs. There's still plenty of sporting events that need music, and yeah. So for you guys out there in sync, I think now is just a time where how before we were talking about like, okay, so it's downtime for Hollywood, so it's time for us to like bolster our catalogs and get our education up and stuff like that. But I don't even think it's that. I don't even think there's enough downtime, so to speak, uh, for us to be thinking like, okay, it's downtime. Let me, because only one segment of sync really got hit, and that's scripted television. Now that's a big segment. Not gonna like, make light of that at all. But there's so many areas of sync where you can still get your music placed and get compensated to where you don't really have to slow down. This is an adjustment phase. So scripted television is right now. It is definitely an opportunity for us to learn about the business, learn about the issues that the writers of Hollywood are facing, because we do share those same issues. You know, keep things on the back burner for when it is time to, like, jump up and do something about it when we can. But in the meantime, there's still plenty of media out there that needs music, and we need to be making that music and pitching that music. So nothing changes, man. Work on your skill set, work on your due diligence as far as, um, looking up the people that you're supposed to be sending music to, that you're going to be sending music to. Like, don't cold send. um, I keep saying due diligence. I know it's a broken record, but do it because it's necessary. And then get to pitching, man. Get to pitching and making these relationships, because the more you do, the more you can do. The more you do, the more you earn. You don't want to just be in one segment of sync. You want to be able to just spread your wings. A lot of you guys pitch yourselves as jacks of all trades, and that's cool. Like, I can produce a lot of genres too. Um, but you don't pitch yourself that way. You pitch yourself as a specialist to get in, and then once you get in and make the relationships, you're going to be able to spread your wings and fly. So I'm saying all that to say that, you know, the past couple of posts that I did had to do with the writer's strike and what we should do, and there was a, I guess, a sense of urgency. Not saying that there's not, but it's not like everything has shut down and like we're sitting around twiddling our thumbs waiting for things to pick back up. Nah, man, there's plenty of clients out there that need music, plenty of shows, movies are still being filmed. Advertising never stopped. There's a commercial on every show we watch, or commercials on every show we watch. And so there's no need to slow the roll, man. You see, we're still going. So let me look in the comments here, see if we got anybody in here. What's up, Revision? What's up, V-Spell? Nice to have you back. Oh yeah, and libraries are still taking music. Libraries are always gonna take music. They're like the music hoarders, right? Like, a lot of libraries are really, really good libraries though that get placements. Like APM, I'm seeing APM is putting work in for people. Um, so yeah, pitch to those libraries, still reach out to those music soups. Sync companies like Smashco still reach out. Like, nothing is slowed down, man. We still going. And when scripted television comes back, it's gonna be even more off the chain. What's up, Walter Boy? How we doing? We're already 12:30 up in here. I think we might be like another half hour. So let's go ahead and get to the wins. There's a few of you in here. So let's do some wins right now. What happened since last week, guys? V Spell, you can go first, man. Since you're new to the game, what have you done that's gotten you even the smallest increment ahead of where you were last week? And let's celebrate that with you. V Spell got an indie placement and mastered a track. So fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. We celebrating. He got an indie placement. Getting placements is what it's all about. Indie placement, sync placement, label placements, corporate placements. Like, that's what we're doing this for. We don't just make music for nothing. We want to put this music somewhere, right? So celebration for that, fire emojis for that. And I'm always talking about the importance of completing things. So you got a track mastered, that's completion. We celebrating that, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Let's go. Let's go. We don't have enough people in here, so let me put a couple of them in here myself. Can I put a fire emoji in here? Do I have fire emojis? I've never done one on here, so I have to scroll forever to even get to where they could be. Is that one? Oh no, that's a flower. We are in the winds, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen, right now. I can't see the damn fire emoji in here, so there it is. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. There you go. All right, we in the winds, man. Let's go. Next one. Sagara, I know you got something. Revision, I know you got something. What's up? And Segura, I have to say, man, I'm really digging your social media these days. You're really putting people up on game on things, and it is priceless game that you're giving people. So just know that it's being noticed and it's being appreciated, man. I'm loving it. Loving the social media, man. Walter Bowie says, I got a placement on BT American Gangster Trap Queen. So fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis to Walter Bowie. Like I said, that's what we're here for, man. We're trying to get these placements. So that's a good placement. Wonderful. We celebrating. Walter, I don't know if anybody has celebrated this win with you this week, but we celebrating with you, brother. There's only a few of us here, but that's my fault. No promotion. And that just goes with the importance of social media. I know what it is. I was just telling, um, I was I was telling Segura at the beginning when nobody else was in here. I think I'm going to take a step back away from social media for a minute, other than the lives, just because I can't keep up with everything that's going on with the company right now. I got to like clear some things out, get this catalog built. You know, work is working right now, and it's a good thing. Like, our clients are still up and active. Like, we doing a damn thing, but it's just hard for me to be on social media all the time. So shout out to y'all that are able to do it. I said it last week, man. It's a thing. I don't see how people have that much time to do that and get placements. I guess if I wasn't a whole company, it would be a lot easier. So Garrett says, I appreciate that. The tools I've been posting about have been lifesavers. That's what I'm talking about, man. A lot of people don't know about these tools. I didn't. The one that you posted, I just checked out this morning. I don't know if you posted it this morning, but you checked out this morning. Talking about the metadata. Like, I didn't know that. The one you posted where you're talking about prompting Chat GPT. This was brilliant. Like, I told Kim about it, how you take your song lyrics and put it in Chat GPT, and ask it to come up, with a quick summary and then do keywords from that summary. That's freaking brilliant, dude. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I have to say, because Kim and I have been over here using the hell out of Chat GPT, and in a bunch of ways, spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff. I got attachments to my Gmail and all kind of stuff, and didn't even think in a million years to use it that way. So, like, shout out to you for that, man. Like, and keep it coming, because we all learning. That's really, really what's dope. Revision says, I had to go back to work this week, so this past week was pretty tough. But I did get a couple of placements on Bravo and TLC. Oh, you got a couple placements on Bravo and TLC. Man, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis for that, for the placements. We love the placements, but also fire emojis for going back to work, because having a job is not a bad thing in this game. Like, a lot of people that do music, especially music producers, rappers, or whatever, they feel like, you know, while they're doing their music, they don't want to work. They don't want to, like, but bills are bills. Like, lights need to stay on. We need to eat and stuff like that. And so, um, and it makes things a lot easier. One of the things I preach is investing in yourself. And unless you have an investor or somebody that's just giving you money, most of the time we got to go to work and get that money so we can invest in ourselves. So, um, fire emojis to Revision Music for going to work and for getting a couple placements at the same time. So you see, he fighting with all limbs, man. So fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Revision, let's go. Put me a couple in here for Revision. The bills are billing. We'll get to that point where music is the primary source of income. It doesn't even have to be. I feel what you're saying, but it doesn't even have to be your primary source of income. If music could take half of it, if you could get your music to take half of what your job is responsible for, that's a good life. So that means you do music, half the time, which is something you love to do. And then, if you got to go work, then you probably got to go, you could drive Lyft for Uber or do some part-time stuff or whatever. Like, it's not as much pressure because the music is doing what it does. And let me tell you, I'm a blessed cat to be in that space. I just got my international royalties just came in. International writers royalties just came in. And it's a trip because I'm not a writer no more. Like I haven't written for television for years, but I've been getting my writers royalties every time they're supposed to come around, like every 3 months the writers comes, I think. Um, and it was good. Like I was surprised. A lot of those shows don't even play in the United States anymore. They only play internationally, and they're reruns. But I've got like 10-year-old plus music in those shows, and still got it. I wish I could show you the slip, but it was like over a good couple G's, a couple 3 G's that I got from my international writers royalties, and I'm not even a writer anymore. So residual income is the thing, man. Yeah, we want that upfront money, but all of the upfront money that I got back in the day, that money is been spent on bills, been spent on clothes or whatever I got with that money. But this residual income is the gift that keeps on giving. So don't be discouraged by the writer strike and streaming and this and that, because the networks aren't going nowhere. As much as they keep telling you to cut the cable, cable's not going nowhere. People are always going to have cable. And yeah, so there it is there. I don't mean to run my mouth about all that, but yeah, the power of passive income. Yeah, you want to be able to supplement and be able to have all of your music, I mean, your music pay for everything, your music supplement for everything. But if that doesn't happen, you can still get it to where music is supplementing a really, really good chunk of your income. And you're doing good, man, out there. So any more wins? Let's see what's up. What's up, J Tempo? Nice to see you. Get money from music to invest in property. You must have been watching what you call his feed the other day, Gummy Beats. That's what he was talking about. He just posted yesterday. He sold 300 beats for $300 and went and invested in property. Actually, that's what I'm doing now, man. We're me and my girl, we're looking at some income property out here. So I'm looking to buy either a duplex or a fourplex out here in LA, and then use one of them as a residence, and then rent the other 3 out, and then rinse and repeat. I'm also looking to get some property in Arizona. Buddy of mine just got 40 acres in Nevada, just north of Reno, I think, or whatever. So yeah, that's the thing, man. When you get to a point, you want to try to get some property when you can. If you don't want to get, if you don't want to get residential property, get commercial property. If you don't want to get commercial property, get land. But the thing is to try to own something. Once you get your money up, or your credit too. Took me a long time to get my credit right, but you want to aim towards property, man. That's what you want to do. So fire emojis for that. V Spell says looking to buy a multifamily as well. That's where it is, man. Multifamily income. These fourplexes. There's a ton of fourplexes out here in LA. And if you don't want to be a landlord, you can hire a management company to go in there and take care of things for you, pay them a percentage, and get your money working for you, man. Revision says, I want to buy land and make a campground. You know what? I was just talking to my homie about that because he's an RVer. He's got 2 big RVs, right? So he was putting me up on the RV game. And we were talking about trailer parks and RVs and stuff. And that's a lick right there, man. A campground where you just have the hookups for water. I think it's, black water, and well, the terms for RV, and it's like you got your 2 types of water, your poop water and then your shower water or whatever. And then you got all you got to do is have like your Wi-Fi and your spaces to park the RV. And it's a lot of income, but not a lot of investment in it. Like your main investment is just making sure the property's clean and you got the hookups for stuff or whatever, but you don't really have a infrastructure as far as buildings or whatever. So yeah, it's a high reward situation if you can get into it. A lot of people know about it though. So campgrounds and trailer parks and that kind of thing, they're not the easiest to get into because people do know they pay a lot once you get into them. But super dope seeing that you got your head in that space, man. Revision says he wants a campground. That's what's up. Sagara says, when? I didn't make much music this week, but I made a lot of submissions and scheduled an interview for potentially getting my music in the South American department stores. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. But you know what, Sagara, you always hustling. So We're just gonna give you. Let me see. Let me click some more for Segura here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Segura. And you said a bunch. It don't matter if you made music, you made moves. That's what wins is all about. Wins is not about making music, it's about making moves. What did you do in the meantime when you weren't making music? Your hustle is outstanding, man. So we applaud you. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis to Segura. You dig. You're right. I'll take even half at this point. Yeah, I mean that's yeah, if you make 70 grand a year at your regular job and you get sync licensing to pay you 35 grand a year, you're winning. Kim, what's up, Executive Kim? How you doing? I'm gonna call you right after this live. It's not gonna be too long today. I gotta get out of here. I got another appointment I gotta get to, and we hustling. So want to come on here, man. Our people, I don't want to let our people down. We only got a few of them on here. So that's it with the wins. Well, I guess that's everybody. So yeah, this wasn't going to be a very long-winded live today, you guys. Basically, you know, I said it at the top for those of you that missed. We're talking about the current state of sync licensing, and the current state of sync licensing is that sync licensing is popping, man. Um, a lot of us thought that there was going to be a big slowdown because of the writer's strike, but a couple weeks later, we see that that's not the case. Yeah, scripted television has gone down, but reality, non-scripted television is still up. Advertising is still up. Sports is still up. Corporate is still up. Micro licensing for individuals, YouTubers is just never going anywhere. And so um, I say all that to say that there's absolutely a ton of licensing opportunities out there still available, current and ongoing, for those of you that are either in sync or trying to get into sync. So, you know, I was one of the people that, like, I don't want to say panic, but like, yeah, I was like, oh crap, like the writer strike, Hollywood's gonna go down. Like, what's gonna happen? And then the things that they were talking about, streaming royalties, and AI, both things that people in our space are concerned about. Um, I see that we may have to be concerned about AI at some point, but not right now. Um, See, the thing is this, man, and I said it like a couple videos ago, that these industries are antiquated, not in a bad way. Maybe I shouldn't say antiquated. That's it. That means antique and that means old or whatever. But I should say set in their ways, right? So when these new technologies come along, and we get hip to it, uh, there is a like sense of like concern that the industries are going to shift over, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, look what happened with NFTs. Everybody thought that, oh yeah, Tory Lanez made $1 million in 30 seconds off of NFT, and then we could just go do Bored Apes and get rich, and we can release our music projects as NFTs or whatever. And on the surface, yeah, it looked like, oh damn, like I could just do this whole digital thing and I could make a lot of money and get directly to my clients and this and that. But then they realized that in order to be in that system, like, you have to know about cryptocurrency, and you have to have a crypto wallet. You have to know, how digital currency works. And most of us don't have crypto wallets. Most of us are still using credit and cash and like doing a regular thing or whatever. And so, because there was a big learning curve as far as crypto and digital currency and that whole world, most people were like, well, no, I'm not going to do all that. I thought I just had to make some pictures and sell them digitally or whatever. You started reaching out to people that knew how to put together NFTs or whatever. And then after a while, we saw that NFTs just weren't as profitable. But the thing I'm trying to say is that the industry didn't shift over because there's a lot in the background that's necessary for the industry to shift over. It's the same with this. Um, Sync isn't going anywhere. I don't think we have to worry about AI, because like there's a lot that has to go into shifting over in order to like shift these companies over to an AI format where they're using AI a lot. Um, so it's coming though. I don't want to say act like it's not coming, but I don't want to like panic about it. There's plenty of time for us to adapt and to do what we need to do in the meantime to make sure that we are still profiting from our music and doing what we need to, doing what we need to do. Um, so the current state of sync is good. Sync is great. For you guys that are on Team Smash Coach, you can see that we just sent out a huge sports brief. You know, shout out to those who replied to the brief. Got a lot of good music in. Got a lot of whack submissions into that brief. 2 people on the team, so got to have another live about that. Like people don't read briefs for nothing. It's crazy to me. Like the brief is right there, but I digress. The state of sync, go back to the state of sync. The state of sync is really, really good right now. So if you see anything online talking about there's a panic or, you know, scripted television is killing the game or anything like that, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about scripted. But the networks aren't going anywhere. Scripted will be back. They're going to figure it out some kind of way. I don't know if the writers are going to be able to get what they want. But they're going to get something because they're not going to just let scripted not come back. It's coming back. So no worries. So with all that being said, the state of synchronization is good. My BMI statement. Walter Bowie says, "What's up, Zello? How you doing, man?" The NFT buzz was gone almost as fast as it arrived. You feel me? Like it wasn't nobody tripping on that. Once I mean, I thought about it for a second too, but then I realized I was like, I don't know crypto like that. I'm not about to do all that, you know, which crypto wallet to put in my phone, and like I'm not gonna do all that right now. So it's just too much. So Walter Bowie says my statement had just 4 pages of streaming, had 4 pages of streaming totaling $129 with the same shows that aired on cable, and I made hundreds of dollars. They are really robbing us. Well, yeah, in a sense, I wouldn't say robbing us, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's fair that that's the way that we get compensated. But here's the way that you look at it, right? It is what it is. Streaming ain't going nowhere. It pays what it pays. Hopefully, one day we can get up into Congress and change these royalty rates for streaming. But until then, um, look at the streaming placements as ways to bolster your resume. I know it's a little bit of money, but $129 is better than $128. You know what I'm saying? It's better than $100, better than $50. Um, but the fact is that those 4 pages of shows that you got um, are all on your resume now. So like you're able to get more money just because you got those placements. Yeah, it didn't pay you on the back end, but your resume crazy now. You know, so that's what you pump up. You pump up those networks that you got those shows on. You pump up those shows titles that you got those shows on. You promote those. And because the fact is that you got the placements. And that's what's important is that you were able to do the work. You did what you needed to do to get your music to where it needed to be. They used it. You got placements. And so you did the loop. You did the whole thing. You went from zero to I got placements. So we're not going to complain about the placements. I know we want the money on the back end, but it is what it is. Like it is what it is. Keep aiming for cable, keep aiming for networks. There's gonna be spillover. So you see these companies like shown on VH1 and also shown on such and such, shown on this station and also shown on Hulu, right? So they're gonna spill over to those digital because like there's a bunch of people that are on digital and they want to service those clients as well. And I get it, but the thing is just to get your music everywhere. You get your music as many places as possible and you'll be all right. Shout out to Segura. Shout out to Walter Boy for the great comment. With your mad face emoji. That's crazy. Man, I got to get something going for Smash Coast. We're hard, man. But I encourage you. Segura says, oh, yes, Walter, streaming royalties are bad. One song on cable got me $124, but exactly 3 cents on streaming. Leverage. Yeah, that's all it's about, man. Because see, the thing is that once you get to a certain place in sync, it kind of, you level up from the cable and the and that kind of stuff. You go like more towards network, you know, CBS, NBC, ABC, higher end shows, you know, sitcoms, scripted stuff or whatever that pays money up front. And then you know, you move into advertising. Advertising is the holy grail when it comes to sync. If you can consistently do consistently do advertising, you're in the game. One ad placement can like take care of your whole year as far as income is concerned. But you build up to that, you know. If you're a recording artist and you have full songs, or you have full songs, you could jump right to advertising. You don't have to even deal with television if you don't want to. If you got full songs, you can go right to advertising, start pitching right to the ad companies. We're in house with a couple of ad companies now. Just did those deals, so we're very, very blessed. But the thing is that every person's journey is different when it comes to sync. All of you should have specific goals when it comes to sync, and everybody's goals are different, and it's going to take different ways to get to that destination for everybody. So some people are good at, you know, instrumentals, and so your world is going to pretty much be background music for television and film, some advertising, but the weight of your career is going to be spent on television. You got full songs, you dealing with artists, you know, you could have a very lucrative career in advertising as well as TV and film or whatever. So it just basically just depends on what you do and where you're trying to go with it. But again, as far as the name of the live today, the subject of the live today is the current state of sync. Like, it's all open, man. The only thing that's down right now is scripted television, and we're good because that's coming back. Hold on, who's blowing my phone up right now? Hey, blowing my phone up right now. Oh man, okay. Don't you guys hate when you get put in group texts that have nothing to do with you? Hold on, I'm gonna turn this down. They tripping. Has nothing to do with me. Okay. So told you we're gonna keep it all kind of short and sweet today, man. I'll make a video about it. I think I said that the last 2 weeks and haven't had time to make a video. So let me stop lying. I usually do what I say, but I haven't been expecting the amount of work that we've been getting lately. So, and it's a good thing. I'm blessed, but man, this social media is the job. Hold on, look over here. Zella says, did you see the article about songwriters and publishers have a $250 million payday coming after streaming royalty determination? No, I didn't. Let me look that up. Songwriters and publishers. I'm gonna copy this. Just a second. Now paste that to Google. While various industry estimates are all over the place, with some even reaching another 400 million by Billboard estimates, is just announced determined rates. Finalized 8 months over 2017 to 2022 period could yield up to another 250 million is underpaid mechanical royalties flowing from digital. Oh my goodness, let me read this. See, that's why I love y'all, man. You guys are always giving me game. So apparently it's more money. They're estimating 400 million with another 250 million. So that's 650 million. Flipboard says songwriters and publishers have a $250 million payday coming after determination. So I wonder how much that's actually going to drip into our PROs. Are we automatically going to get back royalties, or do we have to submit some sort of like filing for it or whatever? I'm going to read the articles and we'll be talking about this next week. So thank you, Zello. Fire emojis. Let me send you some fire emojis for that, bro. That was excellent. Did any of you guys know about that, or is Zello just giving us all game on here today? I hadn't heard about that one. It looks automatic. We shall see. Well, they need to get that popping, man, because I got brother like me got years. I got so many back royalties that if that's the case, didn't know the full details. Yeah, we on it though. I bet all of us about to be reading this article because we talking about some bread, man. We're talking about bread. Okay, so we're gonna make this short and sweet today, man. I didn't have a lot to say. I just wanted to tell everybody that the state of sync is good. Keep going hard at it. Don't worry about the writer strike. Don't worry about streaming royalties. Don't worry about AI. Don't worry about that stuff, man. Let's just keep making the music because ultimately the music needs to be used, and we're the ones that make it. So we're the ones that need to be compensated for it. So quick Q&A, and we up out of here. You know, it's funny. Every time I come to this part of the live and I say Q&A and I look over here, I don't see any questions. Now, at first, this used to bother me because I used to be like, oh, y'all know everything. But then I realized that you guys do know a lot about sync now. Like you're not novices anymore, like at the beginning. Like you guys are getting placements, you guys know about metadata and so on and so forth. So it's actually quite cool that you guys don't have a lot of questions because you already know stuff. It's really dope. Our quick question: are West Coast style beats in need of? Um, West Coast style beats, quote unquote, are considered like retro, so like 90s 2000s style. So I would do full songs if I could with that versus the instrumentals. But yeah, you definitely should go ahead and have a catalog of West Coast beats. Do like 30, 40 of them and just have them because every once in a while we do get a brief that asks for specific stuff like that. But if you want to get like way more usability out of them, get songs. Link up with if they're dope, if the beats are dope, you know, you can link up with Taquan Black on Smash Coast. And he does collabs. He actually does all styles and time periods or whatever. And if not him, there's other people out there too. But yeah, definitely stack up some. Stack up whatever specialty. You know, they're not going to ask for West Coast specifically a lot, but you want to have it on deck. You don't want to have to get ready when it's time to be ready. You know what I mean? So go ahead and have some stacked up. Oh, you in here? Tay all quiet, sneaking. So Tay right there. So V spell, Tay, V spell. V spell is new. I haven't heard his music yet. Um, so you guys can figure that out. Get in each other's DMs and figure that out. Hey Glow, what's up? So congratulations on that West Coast placement. You know, we're celebrating that. Hope you had a blessed day too today, man. We're doing pretty good. We here, we woke up. How do they say we're above ground? So we here together, we networking. Um, we're blessed for sure. We're about to get out of here though. It's about to be over with. How the camera looking, Tay? How the lens looking? How am I looking on here? Jay Matthews, the hardest working man in show business. What's up, brother? It's crazy, man. Y'all coming in. I'm like an hour in. I'm about to get off of here. I really don't want to now, but I got a dentist appointment here. I got to get ready for. So life is always life, and in it never stops. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm blessed. I got y'all. I got my community. I got my fam. I got my health. I'm above ground. I'm breathing air in my lungs. I'm good. No complaints. I was talking to the homie the other day. I'm like, anytime you feel like you want to complain about some stuff, just pop on TikTok, man, and scroll for a minute. You're gonna see somebody on there with like no arms and legs on a treadmill or something, or somebody with trying to cook a meal with their feet or something or whatever, and they be on there happy and smiling or whatever. And I'm like, I don't even know if I would have the guts to do that if I was in their position. So um, the point I'm trying to make is that whatever you're going through, somebody's always got it worse than you. So perspective is a good thing to have. You know, when you're only looking at yourself and your own issues, they can be magnified for sure. But if you look at them, you know, as compared to somebody that has, you know, what you would consider worse issues than yours, then yours don't seem that bad. And all you got to do is open your eyes and look around a little bit, look outside in your city. You know, there's people sleeping outside right now, and you're not, you on a computer with me. So you know, things are good. Even when things aren't good, things are good. So that's just how I look at it. Revision says, just got called into work, so I got to head out. See y'all next week. All right, y'all. Best of luck with the dentist. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I hate the dentist. I don't think any of us love it, but like me particularly, I hate it. Um, I'm actually going to set up for some work. I got to get some work done. I'm gonna get this straightened out and all that, get Invisalign or whatever. But I got some stuff going on in there, and I'm one of them people. When I go to the dentist, they usually got to give me a lot of shots to numb me up. So this is the first time, not today, but I'm going to do X-rays and stuff today. But when I go to get, excuse me, when I go to get the work done, they're gonna give me that laughing gas stuff, and I've never had it before, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. Anything to ease the pain. Have any of you guys ever had that at the dentist, the laughing gas stuff? That's true. We all try to make it by with the tools we have and don't. Beautiful thing. Never had laughing gas, just lots of Novocaine. Yeah, that's they give me like 10 shots of Novocaine and I still be feeling stuff or whatever. So all of that is not sync stuff. No Q&A right now. Y'all go ahead and do the damn thing, man. We out of here. I'll talk to y'all next Friday. Peace.